Honourable Member for Werriwa.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Last month I spoke in the House about the plight of small landowners in and around Western Sydney Airport. The continuing neglect by the state and federal governments on this issue is appalling. I attended a now reoccurring committee meeting in London to discuss these issues with the people that are being affected. I was joined by several local state MPs, councillors and hundreds of irritated but very distressed residents. No one is comfortable not being able to plan their future. Residents are frustrated and we were told how it is affecting their health. They spoke with passion and reason. The residents have not changed their outlook since the beginning. All they've wanted is answers. They need to know what lies ahead for their land and for their future investments, and an answer to why the federal and state governments have stayed silent and left these citizens in limbo. An answer to why there seems to be different rules for ordinary people, and an answer to when there will be transparency and fairness in the process. Is it fair that these landowners to know which land will be purchased, when it will be purchased and by which government agency? The fact that state and federal governments will not even offer a timeline for these residents is bizarre, considering this has been on the mind of landowners since late 2018 when the rezoning commenced. Residents now face a land value cut of over 10 times of its original value. Comparing this to the overpayment of an original airport land by 30 times, it's shocking and unfair. However, it's much worse for some landowners. A local landowner, Theo, originally had his land valued at $11 million. Now his entire property has been designated as green space. The property is valued at $1. It's unsellable. I agree with the sentiments made by the State Liberal member for Mulgoa, Tanya Davies. This is theft. The member continued to stay at the meeting. She's ticked off with the government and I support her. This government cannot expect landowners and residents to give their land over for free or deal with the uncertainty for years. Throwing the financial future of hundreds of these families is not reasonable. The residents are constantly facing stress and uncertainty. It is not a reasonable treatment by the state government, and it's not what residents and landowners want. I commend and thank Rob and Deb for their tireless efforts in organising such a well-run community meeting, and I hope that very soon the state government makes some certainty for these residents.